Hello, and welcome to the Divorced Dadvocate, divorce support for dads, where we help dads create a healthy and less traumatic divorce. My name is Jude Sandoval, and I'm your host. I created this podcast and the Divorced Advocate community as a result of my own high conflict divorce, and because you as a dad deserve all the resources necessary to thrive through this challenging time. I encourage you to check out our website at thedivorcedadvocate.com, where there are resources that correspond to this episode, as well as free access to our membership community, where you will find live meetings, free workshops and courses, private discussion groups, and more. And now, on to this week's episode. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode. So pleased that you're here, and Happy New Year if you're listening to this on the Monday launch day. It is 2023, and I just want to welcome you into the new year. And, I know that 2022 may have been challenging if you're listening to this and you're either contemplating or going through or just recently finished with your divorce. But I've got good news is that it gets better, and I can speak definitively to that for those of you that are in the middle of it, and it looks like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. And 2023 is definitely going to be better. I do want to thank all of you for all the listening and the support through 2022. It was a big year for the Divorced Advocate. We grew a ton. We had a ton of guys involved. Our group meetings continue to grow. Our membership site is growing as well. And so check out all of those resources at thedivorcedadvocate.com. If you're new to the show, that is our central hub for everything, where we've got everything from group meetings to office hours to workshops to the app, et cetera there. So check it out at thedivorcedadvocate.com. And so on the note of the new year, we are going to be talking today about fitness. Now you hear me share all the time about the fact that we need to take care of ourselves. Self-care is the number one thing that we need to do when we're going through this process, and that we can't take care of anybody else if we're not taking care of ourselves first. So that's put the oxygen mask on yourself first philosophy goes to this end. And one of the things that I have found, and I know a ton of the guys, you heard just a couple of weeks ago when one of our Divorced Advocate Brotherhood members, Jay, was on talking about fitness. He's fanatical about the cardio fitness and getting out and getting his heart rate up. And fitness is probably the number one thing that you can start to do. Exercising is the number one thing that you can start to do that's going to have the greatest impact on you overall during this process. And the reason I say that is it's not only going to show you physical benefits, whatever that might be, getting stronger or losing weight or just feeling better, but it's going to have a huge mental, emotional impact on you as well. So it's kind of a dual purpose. And then depending on what kind of exercise you like to do, it can have a spiritual component too. If you like to hike, like I like to do up in the mountains and get lost on trails and just out in nature, that can definitely provide that as well for you. So it has multiple benefits. But here's the thing: getting started. I know during my marriage, I let myself go. I did not stay in top physical peak condition. And after having been a Division I athlete and subsequently down the years, just got so far and so off track in my physical fitness and my exercise routines that it took a long time for me to get back. So, but the saying, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. I think that's what it is. But the point being is you can start, and you can start now, and you can just start by taking that first step. So we're going to talk about some of this now today. And for those members that are listening, I'm going to include a 30-day quick start exercise guide in the show notes. So that's going to be in the show notes under the members area podcast, and it's going to give you 4 weeks of a quick start exercise guide. It's got a cardio workout. It's got some strength workout. It's got some stretching as well as some yoga in there as well. It's got all kinds, and you can mix and match this and create something that you like and that works for you. But the most important point is to get started on it. So how do we do that? How do you get started? Now, depending on what kind of condition you're in or what kind of health you're in, first check things out with your doctor. Make sure that everything is good. And if you're not getting annual physicals and you're not checking in the doctor and making sure you're getting your blood work done and checking all that out, make sure to start doing that again. We as guys tend to avoid that. I know I do, and I still am guilty of that. So get to the doctor, get your checkup done, and just make sure that it's okay. Everything's good for you to be starting your exercise routine. And the next step would be to prepare to work out. And now this seems like, okay, this is silly, Jude. Why are you telling me to prepare to work out? But half the battle is, this is, again, for me, getting out of bed or getting motivated, especially when we've got so much stuff going on in the midst of our divorce or post-divorce, and having to deal with everything from work to kids to attorneys to all this new schedules and routines and uncertainty. Just getting motivated to get into that workout mentally is the number one thing. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what we can do and some small little tips that will help you to do that. Now, if you're planning on working out like I like to do, well, I actually prefer to work out in the afternoon. It just does not ever work out with my kiddo schedule. So I have to work out in the morning. Otherwise, it does not get done. And it's not been getting done. I'll be honest with you, over the past couple of weeks. Actually, after the past month, I hurt my ribs, and then my workouts have been severely restricted. And then the holidays hit, and then my schedule's all screwed up, and my mornings have been occupied, and so I haven't been able to get to the workouts that I want to as many times as I would like to, 5 days a week. So make sure to schedule it in. That's the first thing. You have got to schedule this into your routine, into your daily routine. And even if that is something starting small, you've got to do this. You've got to prepare. You've got to schedule this. Even if it's a 15-minute walk, you can start with something very small, very easy. Members listening that are going to get this 30-day quick start, quick start exercise guide. That's this starting cardio workout. Just starts with some small 20 minutes workout just to get your body going and just kind of get you feeling your body again and getting that heart rate up again. So start it small. Even it can be 15 or 20 minutes. It would be just getting up, going for a walk. And let's talk about creating that environment in your home around how do you make the environment conducive to your success. And what do I mean by making the environment conducive to your success? Limiting the barriers to your mind and you saying, oh, screw it. Saying, oh, yeah, I'm just going to stay in bed. Or, oh, it's like this morning it was cold out and it was snowing. Oh, I'm just not going to get out of bed, etc. What can you do? Well, number one, to make sure that you're going to get up on time, set an alarm. Set an alarm. You can set that alarm and put it across the room. Don't put it next to your bed. On your phone, put that alarm and on and put it on the dresser or somewhere across the room, because what that's going to force you to do is get up out of bed and turn that alarm off. And I don't know about you guys, but if I get up out of bed and it's darn cold and I got to get back into bed and I'm trying to get warm again, the probability I'm going to fall back asleep is pretty low. So I've just created an environment that's conducive to me at least staying awake. And if I'm sitting there staying awake and I'm going, all right, I'm laying here and I'm not warm, or I'm getting warm, but I'm wide awake, I need to be getting my butt up to do some exercise. So you've just limited one of those excuses and those barriers to your success to working out right there. Another thing you can do is have your clothes prepared, your workout clothes and or equipment. We're going to talk about gathering equipment and what to do and gym memberships, etc. Coming up here in the next tip. But have everything ready. Have your shoes out. Have your workout clothes ready. So that once you don't have that excuse anymore about getting out of bed, and you just got out of bed and you just turned your alarm off, that your clothes are right there. You don't have to go searching for something. You can just get into your clothes and you can start your workout, whether that's a walk or you're going to do some kind of resistance training or whatever it might be, that you're going to be ready to go, that you're geared up and you have your clothes on, and you can get your workout started. Now, also the equipment, depending on what you're going to do. Now, if you're joining a gym which is very popular this time of year, New Year's resolutions, et cetera. And I encourage you not to make this a New Year's resolution of, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, or I'm going to do this. Just start with an intention of, I'm going to get healthier. I'm going to get healthier, and start with one step. Like I said, get out of bed. And maybe that step is just getting out of bed for some of you, right? Sometimes this is a challenging time. We're so incredibly upset, depressed, sad about what's going on that we don't even want to get out of bed. And if that's describing you, maybe that first step to this quick start guide to exercising this year is that you're just going to start getting out of bed in the morning. And you're going to set an alarm for a specific time, and you're going to start training your body to get out of bed. And you're going to do that for a few weeks. And then you're going to start adding in from getting out of bed that you're going to go on that 15-minute walk every single morning after you get out of bed and you put your clothes on. So, hey, man, listen, it's okay if you're struggling with that, and it's got to be as simple as that first step. Again, this journey is a marathon. It's not a sprint, and it's going to just take one first step to doing that. And it might be just getting up and getting out of bed. And the next step will be getting your clothes on for a few weeks. And the next one will be going for that 15-minute walk. And the next one will be acquiring some workout equipment or DVDs if you're going to work out at home. Hey, I love working out at home. I actually prefer to work out at home. When I owned my house, I had a little gym in my house. It was so nice, and there was absolutely no excuses. Talk about creating an environment. You've got the gym in your house. You don't have to go anywhere, but you don't even need a gym in your house. During COVID, my daughters and I, for the 18 months that all these lockdowns were going on, I bought the Beachbody P90X and T26 and all those different workout DVDs. And we literally just moved the coffee tables in our family room, and we started doing those workouts for a good 18 months. And I got to tell you guys, I got in probably the best shape that I've been in the last 10 years during COVID, because we did it every single morning. It was our only way to exercise. So we got up, all four of us in the morning, and we got up, and it was just 30 minutes. It was 30 minutes. None of us had to look pretty. And trust me, I did not look pretty. We just had our workout gear, and we were in the house. We didn't have to go anywhere. We popped that DVD in, and we did our 30-minute workout. And the workouts varied. We had different kinds of workouts. Like I said, we had the P90X, we had the T26, we had the dancing one that was mostly cardio. That was lots of fun for my girls because they love to dance. I love to dance too, but they're much better dancers than I am. But that got our cardio going. So you can do all kinds of different things, and you can create that space in and around your house to be able to do this. And it doesn't have to be at a gym. It doesn't have to be structured with a trainer. It doesn't have to be. It can be simply investing on Craigslist with some of these DVD workouts, and then popping them in for 30 minutes in the morning or in the afternoon, whenever you schedule that. But make sure to schedule it, and then knocking ththose out. Try to start with maybe 3 days a week, and then build your way up. I know that the P90X and the T25, I think it is 26. I can't remember. They have a whole routine and a plan for your month and the number of days that you're going to work out and what those workouts are, et cetera. So some of those just come with a preset schedule for you that's really, really pretty simple and pretty easy to follow. But hey, let's talk about gym memberships. And if you want to take it to that next step, you're going to see a lot of people in the gym starting here with New Year's resolutions. And this isn't a New Year's resolution. This is a lifestyle change, right, fellas? This is an opportunity. We talk about the opportunity that we have going through divorce. And this is an opportunity for you to make a lifestyle change and getting more physically fit, getting healthier in your life with some exercise. That could also include getting the sleep that you need. That could also include eating better and eating right. The sister.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Jude with a quick reminder about the Divorced Advocate Foundation for Fathers, which is our nonprofit that helps dads through divorce with legal education, free or reduced cost coaching, and mental health resources. If you own a business or know someone who does, there's an easy way to help by connecting credit card processing through our partner program. Part of the fees go straight to the foundation with no added cost to the business, and 98% of businesses are actually able to save money on their processing fees. It's a win-win. So if you know a business that accepts credit cards, get them in touch with me by sending a warm introduction email to jude@thedivorcedadvocate.com or give me a call directly at 720-255-1021. Program, if you will, of getting some exercise and starting an exercise routine is eating right too. That's going to give you the optimal way in which you're going to get healthier is eating better. Get rid of all the processed foods, stop eating fast food, start preparing your food, start taking the time to do that, start buying whole and natural foods and organic foods and start thinking about that, because that's the flip side. If you're going to be exercising, you're not going to get to the benefits that you like through exercising if you're still eating crappy foods, you're eating out and eating fast food or eating processed foods. So that would be a flip side. And maybe next week we'll do I'll do the show on how to eat in a more healthy manner and where to source some of these foods and how to do some of the preparing. I've done an episode, and if you guys look back in some of the episodes, I've done some food prep. Easy food prep for divorced dads, and how to do that with the kiddos. Again, guys, I recognize that this is can be very challenging, particularly if it's not something that you're used to doing or preparing the foods, or if you're in a traditional structured marriage that you are now having to handle this and it's a little bit overwhelming. Completely understand. I completely understand. Again, start small with the food stuff. Maybe it's just starting to prepare food something once a week or one meal a day or something like that. Just start small. I'm not going to go into too much more detail about that, but again, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? You're just going to take these small steps, these small bites, and then you're going to just slowly build up. But it is a huge opportunity. So let's talk about health clubs. There are all kinds of different potential health clubs or gyms that you can join. I have a membership to a gym that is relatively inexpensive. It just gives me the opportunity to have some free weights as well as some machines. It does offer other things like saunas and pools and massages and tanning and stuff like that. But you don't necessarily need anything like that. Something just basic that you're going to have a place where you can go if there's some cardio bikes and maybe treadmills as well as stair steppers. That's awesome as well. But machines and some sort of cardio equipment is the bare basics. And I think my membership is like $30 a month. It's really inexpensive. So there's not a ton of excuses as far as the price. You can't even, after a couple of years, you couldn't even buy all the equipment that, like the equipment I had in my home gym. I couldn't, over a couple of years of how much it would cost just for a gym membership, I couldn't even purchase all of that stuff to put in a home gym. So there's really no excuse. The DVDs are obviously going to be a little bit cheaper, and you're going to be doing the resistance training with your body with push-ups and sit-ups and some plyometrics and stuff like that, which is, let me tell you, equally as effective, and it maybe, if not more effective, some of those whole body workouts that you can do just with your body weight workouts. And here's another thing: if you don't want to buy again, if you don't have the resources to buy the DVDs, join a gym, go on YouTube. You can do YouTube. You can do HIIT training, HIIT, or you can do full body body weights. Exercises. You can just search that on YouTube, and there's all kinds of different workouts that you can find on there that you can just turn on your phone, on your tablet, on your TV, on your computer, wherever it's at, and you can just knock out those exercises. Some of them might be cardio, some of them could be yoga, some of them, like I said, could be the HIIT. I love the HIIT. I like the HIIT is high impact interval training. And so you're getting a resistance training, especially if you're doing the body weight workouts. And then you're also getting cardio mixed in because it's in intervals. So you're going just in spaced intervals. So you get that heart rate going, and you're getting resistance training, which is really, really huge and important. So you're getting both at the same time, and you're knocking it all out at once, which is very, very time efficient, time effective in doing that. So that is my favorite way to go. And even when I'm in the gym, I'm doing that. So when I'm doing my resistance training on the machines or on the free weights, I'm timing in between. I'm doing the sets. I'm timing in between, and I'm keeping that limited so that I get a cardio workout and keep that heart rate up. So you can do that as well. So there's no excuses. So whatever it is, whatever equipment you're going to use, whatever resources you need, you can gather that, schedule the time, you create the environment that you need, and then get going on it. If you need to learn some basics around that, YouTube videos are real simple and real easy, like I said. Or if you want to go and you've got the resources to hire a personal trainer, man, that is the way to go, because they're going to help keep you accountable. And if you've got that scheduled in, and if you're paying a personal trainer, then you are more likely creating the environment conducive to success, because you're going to want to show up and do that. And they're going to be able to help you through doing all the stuff and keeping you on track. And then the last thing I'm going to say, and I learned this in college athletics and doing it, but I don't hear this all the time in all of the workout resources and the resources that I was looking at when preparing for this episode. But record your measurements. And when I say measurements, I don't just mean like your body measurements, but also measuring what you're doing. So measuring and writing down what kind of workout you're doing, when you're doing, how many reps you've done. So if you're doing resistance training and you're doing free weights, or you're doing machines, keep track of what you're doing. There's a saying in business: what gets measured gets done. So if you're measuring what your results are, then you're going to see that you're having progress. Now, that's the number one thing that you're able to do, is you're able to see that there is incremental progress. So when you start going up, you see, oh man, I'm better today than I was yesterday. So again, we're not measuring from the long-term goal of 50 pounds, or I want to max out at 300 pounds benching or whatever else. Those are good. It's good to have some of those goals, but have the intention be that I want to have an active lifestyle, or I want to start exercising, or I want to feel better about myself, whatever that intention is, so that then you can say, and you can look at things like, yeah, well, I got out of bed today. I'm better today than I was yesterday. Yep, I got out of bed and I got my clothes on today. I'm better today than I was yesterday. Yep, I got out of bed, I got my clothes on, I got to the gym today, and I did a 15-minute walk. I'm better today than I was yesterday. And then on and on and on. It's just taking those next steps and going to that next level and continuing to build and build and build. pretty soon, fellas, you're going to be absolutely amazed. Like Jay was talking about, and he's just hilarious. A couple of weeks ago, man, he does some bikes up some serious hardcore mountains up in the Colorado Rocky Mountains here. And the guy's like 60 plus years old. And so obviously that didn't happen the first time he jumped out and got onto his bike, right? But he's built up over time, and I don't know what it is, but I would suspect years, that he can jump on his bike and he can do some climbs that are just absolutely phenomenal and mind-boggling. I wouldn't even take him on at my cardio level at where it's at right now. So it is possible. He's an example of it. I know a lot of you other guys, we've had Brian Peters on, former Mr. Universe, and maybe we'll have him on in the next 3 or 4 weeks, but he and I have talked about offline some during COVID, some of these at-home workouts, and he's got some really cool workouts. But he talks about his training and some of his training, and obviously that's a little more hardcore, having been a Mr. Universe and what he did to get to that level. But even now, his workouts, and he's still just he's in his 60s also, and he's just a massive, fit, in shape of a man. So it is possible, no matter what age. I know all of you aren't old guys, gray beards like me, but hopefully we're an inspiration, and Brian and Jay are inspirations too. That no matter what age you are, whether you're young or whether you're old, that you can do this. It just takes slow, incremental progress in working towards that. So make sure to do that. Make sure to fit it into your schedule. If there's one thing that you're going to do, if you're going to make a resolution, if you've got to make a resolution, make that resolution that you're going to get an exercise routine in place for the new year, okay? So that you're going to get healthy and you're going to start taking care of yourself, and that is going to lead to mental, emotional, spiritual, all those 4 legs of the stool that you need to be taken care of in order to have balance in your life. So let's start. We're starting this week, and we're talking about, and I think we're probably going to talk about this through the rest of this month in January for the next few weeks, about taking care of your fitness and your body in order to get through this time and then excel after the divorce. So that's all I got, fellas. For those of you that are the Divorced Advocate Brotherhood members, we've got I have in the show notes here the 30-day quick start exercise guide. So click that, download it. It is step by step. It will get you going every single day for the next 30 days. And hey, send me an email at jude@thedivorcedadvocate.com. Post some pictures for me. Post some pictures on the Facebook page. Post some, email me some pictures as well, or on LinkedIn as well. And let's see what kind of fitness routine you guys are up to. And if you're including your kids in it, hey, this is another thing I failed to mention, is this is great modeling for the kiddos. Like I was talking about during COVID with my daughters, I had to be the one up, trust me, right? With 3 kids, I had to be the one up early, getting them out of bed, modeling for them that I was doing this, that I wasn't missing a day. This is a great opportunity for you to be modeling a life of healthy living and physical fitness that we all need, that our bodies absolutely need all of the time. So you can model this as an opportunity through this challenging time by implementing this, modeling something for your kiddos, and include them in it. I'd love to see some pictures of including the kids. Maybe it's going for a walk, maybe something more, paddle boarding, wherever you're at. Share it with us on the Facebook page, on the LinkedIn page. Send me an email, and I'll put that out there as well, so that we can all inspire and motivate each other. All right, that's all I got for this week. I appreciate you listening. God bless. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you next week. To hear the rest of this episode and access the corresponding resources, visit thedivorcedadvocate.com and become a member of our community. It's free to join and will provide you with the resources you deserve as a divorced or divorcing dad. Thank you for listening. God bless, and I'll talk with you next week.